Welcome to FPGA Magic. Today we're going to talk about the USB Blaster. The device driver for it is found under usually your main hard drive, Altera, Quartus version, Quartus drivers, USB Blaster. The driver is not signed, so if you have a newer version of Windows, you'll have to boot into safe mode to install the driver. When you go to program, there are two main types of files. The SOF is a RAM based that you program through your JTAG port. The POF file is a file used to program the external flash chip with the FPGA. Generally, this is programmed through a separate port from JTAG, and this port is directly connected to the flash chip. Another method to programming FPGAs is something called JTAG Indirect. It's very nice to use because you don't need a second port on your board to directly program the flash. You can program it through the JTAG port. The other nice thing about using JTAG Indirect is Altera directly sells flash chips for their parts, and these chips are very expensive versus generic commercial ones that are readily available, and the only difference between them is the ID and the chip. So when you program them directly through active serial, you won't be able to program them because the ID doesn't match. But if you program them through JTAG Indirect, you can get around that. To create the JTAG Indirect file, you go under File, Convert Programming File, select Output File Type as JTAG Indirect, pick your flash memory, your output file name, and then the flash loader will be the FPGA device that you use on your board. And then you select the chip type. Once you're done with that, you add your generated programming file for RAM and click Generate. And you're done. And then when you go to the programmer, you can load the RAM version and connect it through JTAG. You can hit Start, and that'll program just the RAM memory on board the FPGA. If you want to program the flash memory on the board, you pick your JTAG Indirect, and the first line programs the FPGA to program the part, and then it'll directly program that flash device. So if you click Start on that, it first programs the device, then the flash memory. To make this program effective, because it just programmed the flash device, you'll have to cycle power on your board. There are multiple programmers you can use. Altera makes a $300 USB programmer. I would recommend the Terra ASIC for $50, and then there's a lot of Chinese knockoffs. There's a guy in Japan that also designed a programmer based on a PIC chip, and that's available for a very reasonable price online. Thanks for watching.